Yo guys, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video. Today guys, we're going to be playing around with Hunter Butler's first place list from Dallas Regional. This was kind of like the big rogue deck, I think, to come in to Dallas. And it did really well, obviously winning Hunter the tournament. It's a really cool archetype. It's a expanded TinaChomp deck with Roxie. I actually haven't done a video on TinaChomp Roxie yet. I haven't even played it yet. But this deck is really cool. There's a lot of cool text in it, of course, stuff like the Comfey, the Noivern-GX, the Tapu Koko Prism Star. It's a really cool deck and a really unique version of TinaChomp with Roxie. And since it is a rogue, I thought I would cover it. And, you know, I'm a rogue deck guy and I like my rogues. And this is a very cool deck. So we're going to play around with it and expand it today. Try it out. So before we get the video, of course, shout out to the sponsor, Garchomp TCG. So as guys, if you ever need any PTCGO codes, if you're just trying to get yourself Cosmic Eclipse codes or Unbroken Bonds codes, maybe trying to get some Dedenne-GXs and stuff like that, get them over at Garchomp TCG. Sword and Shield codes will be up for pre-order very soon, probably. Maybe in the next few days, maybe by next week, Sword and Shield codes will go up. And if you're going to pre-order any Sword and Shield codes, pre-order them over at Garchomp TCG. And if you get anything from there, use code LDF at the checkout for a 5% discount on your order. Support the channel, help yourself out, and help out Garchomp TCG. So shout out to our sponsor, Garchomp TCG. Check them out. Now let's look at today's list. So yes, Hunter Butler. Now, Hunter Butler is actually pretty infamous for playing another rogue deck. He played Spiritomb Stunfisk before and did pretty well with that. I think he made top 8 with it. So that was a really cool deck to kind of see get brought to the tables. And we are going to be now looking at this deck here getting brought to the tables. Of course, the expanded TinaChomp deck. Now, there are some pretty cool things about it. There's a lot of one-of tech cards, as you can see. Now, obviously, TinaChomp expanded with Roxie is considered maybe the best deck in the format, or at least one of the best decks. And it expanded, it has a lot of power to it too. Expanded, you know, this deck has more to work with. You can actually use Exeggcute with Roxie. When I did my video on Egg Splat last week, I actually completely forgot about the idea of using Exeggcute with Roxie. So now we get to try it out. We get to use Exeggcute with Roxie today. And of course, the Exeggcute Weezing allowing you to get that damage on the active to knock them out with Calamitous Slash. With Exeggcute, you can also abuse cards like Great Catcher and stuff like that. Again, there are some other cool dragons in the deck. We got Naganadel Guzzlord here, of course, with Jet Pierce and Chaotic Order. Very good card, and obviously, Chaotic Order can sometimes win you the game. There's also the one of Noivern here, which I'm pretty sure Hunter played for mainly Sonic Volume to shut off special energies. It can be really good. And again, there are some other cool things in here. Tapu Koko Prism allowing you to potentially get a turn 1 Giratina off. If you can get enough cards going, you can actually go turn 1 Roxie Weezing into a Koko double Dragon Energy on a TinaChomp and then knock the active out. So it's a really cool combo, and Koko actually allows you to do that. There's a Tirina in the deck, obviously Distortion Door helps with numbers, and there's a Mimikyu. Another really big card in Hunter's deck was Mimikyu. This helped a lot against the Zorgarb deck, against John Ang. Shutting off Zork's ability was really big. And there's Lele, Dedenne, and Shaymin. And then we got the Comfey here, being able to prevent Pokemon with Double Dragons from being affected by certain conditions, because Double Dragon technically counts as a fairy energy. So really cool archetype. Going to the items now, there's some compressors to get stuff in the discard. There's a Cherish Ball and 3 treasures, 1 Computer Search, there's 2 blowers in the deck, just all really good cards. 2 Great Catcher, another really good card in here is Great Catcher, allowing, you know, Hunter to use Great Catcher with Exeggcute is really, really powerful. There's 3 treasures, there's a Stretcher, 3 Trainers Mail, another really good card in this deck, 4 Ultra Balls via Seeker. Hunter's gone with 2 Chaotic Swells, just a great stadium, getting rid of, you know, a counter stadium, being able to, like, counter the counter stadium, because then they can't just immediately bump this, they have to play Field Blower. And there's a pretty thin line of supporters. There's Acerola, Faba, Guzma, and Juniper, and there's 2 Roxies. So Hunter didn't really play that many draw supporters, but with Dedenne, Shaymin, and Lele, he didn't, you know, you don't really need it, right? Especially with the Roxie for Exeggcute and Weezing. And he's got a belt, a Choice Band, 2 floats, 4 double dragons, and 3 lightning. I think this deck's main downfall could really just be running out of energy. I can see that being something that causes this deck to maybe lose games as you run out of energy. Other than that, though, this is a pretty cool archetype, and definitely a cool rogue deck to see win Dallas Regionals. So let's go try it out PCGO and play around with it. Okay, guys, here we go. We're going to get some games now with the TinaChomp deck here that Hunter played, and hopefully get some good matches. We'll see what the deck is all about here. I did play a little bit of it yesterday because I watched the stream and I tried to kind of make out what was the list. And I was actually pretty accurate when the official list came out. I was actually like 1 or 2 cards off. I think I had 4 treasures, not 3. So I was pretty close to getting his list correct after watching the stream game over and over just to try to see what the list was. So I wanted to record maybe before list came online, but didn't work out that way. Alright, let's see here what we're going to start with. Ooh, an Exeggcute. But in general, a fairly semi-weird hand. We have a lot of search options. The Exeggcute start is not ideal. Ooh, Toad. I don't like that. Okay, we'll Compressor away a few stuff. We could do Roxie this turn. Okay, we could do quite a bit here. I don't really know. I guess it's Zorotoad? Zorotoad? I guess that's what my opponent's playing. We get the Giratina here. Yeah. I think I have it kind of planned out. Sort of. So we could do Shaymin here. Yeah, I think we'll go Shaymin. Will Shaymin try to draw a few cards? I kind of want to keep the Ultra Ball, not gonna lie. I kind of just want to keep that around. I think the Battle Compressor can go. Shaymin's prized. I didn't even... Bruh. Alright, Shaymin is prized. That definitely sets me back. I guess we just get Weezing. And then we just go for Roxie here, I think. Get rid of the other Ultra Ball, go for a Roxie for 6. I don't know. Not the best Roxie, though. There's only one Pokemon to play, but getting damage on that Toad is definitely good. Assuming we can find what we need. Should I just get a Lele here with the... Nah. We'll just get a Roxie. Sorry, Tapu Lele. We can save the other Weezing for the Zoroark. Plus we have Distortion Door to work with. So we're chilling. Hopefully we get an energy here. No, we didn't get an energy. Okay, that's fine. That is fine. We'll just have to go to Dedenne. So I'm probably losing this hand. Not really losing too much outside of maybe the Noivern, which might not have been a bad attacker in this matchup, but let's go for it. And right, there we go. That's a little bit better. We didn't get any other supporters for next turn, which is not ideal. I don't know if I want to retreat. Don't think that's a good idea. We're gonna play the treasure here, obviously, because it's very likely my opponent does a Quaking Punch. We'll just get Tapu Lele out of the deck. Mimikyu could be good here, too, if they're playing Zoroark Toad. Should I just retreat, or should I stay in the active spot? I don't really want to retreat, because we could get Field Blowered. I'm just going to say we're not going to get Blowered. I just don't want to go into Giratina and then have it, like, get Quaking Punched or something. My opponent could even play, like, Laser or something. I don't know. I'm just not going to risk retreating. I don't think it's worth it. If they do play Field Blower here, that's going to be pretty annoying. But we do have Lele to try to dig, but we can't play Field Blower, so... Or we can't play Float Stone if they Quaking Punch me, so... If this Exeggcute loses its Float, that's definitely going to suck a little bit. But I didn't want to retreat into the Tina. I didn't really think that was a good idea. Looks like they are playing a Zoroark deck. And Zoroark is definitely beatable. The problem is they might be playing Enhanced Hammers, and we don't have that much energy in the deck. But our route to winning could be using Tapu Koko into, like, a Naganadel. Like, our route to winning could just be take 2 GX out and then just win with Chaotic Order. That could be one way. Or we could just take all our prizes. I just don't want to run out of energy. That's, like, the only thing I'm kind of concerned about here is maybe we'll run out of energy. Okay, they're playing the Rats. Okay, that's fine. If we can get a Chaotic Swell and we got Comfey here, so we should be Gucci. Oh, just realized the Rattata gets rid of my Execcute's Float. Okay. Do they have a DC in their hand? They do not. That is good. There's a Chaotic Swell. We could just go for another Roxie here. Could also Linear Attack, knock out Rat and Ditto, or knock out the Ditto, which I don't mind either. We got the Guzma, though. I think we'll just do Roxie. Oh, no, we don't have Roxie, do we? No, we don't. Okay. It's gonna have to be a Juniper then. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a Juniper. Rip. Okay. We'll try to get a Stretcher, then get those guys back. We didn't find... We didn't get the switching card we needed. Do I want to retreat? I mean, yeah, I don't really see why not. Like, it is good to retreat. Okay. Let's do the distortion door. And obviously, we'll get damage on these Zoruas. I guess we should play the stretcher here. Put back Weezing. One Weezing, a Naganadel Guzzlord, and the Noivern. Is that fine? Yeah, seems good. We can Ultra Ball. But, I mean, we're kind of just chilling. Because we'll get Quaking Punch, but we can knock him out next turn, so I'm not really too concerned. I think we just knock out the Ditto. The reason I'm knocking out Ditto is because they can turn into a Alolan Muck, and then they can shut off Comfey, and then I can't... And they can also shut off Exeggcute. I think knocking out the Ditto is the obvious play. Okay, we got a Mail. That could be big. We have a Faba, so I mean, my main idea here is we can maybe do Faba if worse comes to worse. But the Zoroarks and the Toad all have damage on them. We just didn't get Mimikyu in play, which is not ideal, but we can always get into play later. It just sucks that they have this thing in play. That's really going to be annoying. But we're chilling. We have a Chaotic Swell in play. They're all damaged. Ooh, they find a Field Blower to get rid of my Chaotic Swell and my belt. Best case scenario, they don't get an energy here. They've got one trade left to work with here. We'll see if they find anything they're looking for. We'll see. Okay, they do play Laser. That's fine. We have Double Dragon Energy in our hand, so we'll be unaffected. They could easily retreat. Oh no, they're actually gonna pass, and we wake up anyways. Beautiful. And we'll play this. Take that, obviously. And I think we'll go for another Roxie. Yeah, I think we'll go Roxie here. Or do we really even need to do Roxie? We can save the VS Seeker. We don't need to play it. We don't need to play it. We have the knockout. We're chilling. I wish I can get Mimikyu in play, though. Okay, there's our other TinaChomp. That's really good. There's our Koko. Oh, I didn't even know that was prized. Well, there we go. We got the Koko. We're Gucci. Yeah. So we're in a good spot right now. Knocking out that Ditto, I think, was smart, because now they can't just play in a Alolan Muck, and they can't just Laser knock me out Eradicate. So, thought to swing with Zoroark, and that's not really going to do much. We can also maybe use Acerola, but that's not really a good idea. I think our best bet here is to do that. So, they'll need a triple, a Shrine, and a Field Blower to knock me out. That's a lot to ask for. They need quite a bit here if they want to knock out my TinaChomp. If they do get knocked out, it's not the end of the world. We do have Tapu Koko in our hand, so we can retaliate right away. I wouldn't mind maybe even Guzming up a Zoroark either. So our win condition could just be knock out a Zoroark, or we can just knock this out and then just knock this out, or just go into a Naganadel Guzzlord. So yeah, as long as we just don't get an end here, we should be okay to maybe wrap up this game. It shouldn't be too hard to win. Alright, they need a Field Blower and a Shrine if they want to KO me. If they do have it, that's going to be kind of frustrating, but we'll see. Nope, they don't have it. They're just going to go Super Fang. Okay. I think... I wish we could do a Guzma right about now. I really wish we had Guzma. Or Great Catcher. I guess we could just Roxie. I could Acerola, but there's nothing to go into, so it's not worth it. I think I just do a Roxie here. And then maybe try to hit a Great Catcher to knock out one of these guys. I mean, we can knock this thing out. It's not the end of the world if, like, that's what we have to do. I think at this point, the Noibat's pretty irrelevant. Probably don't need that anymore. Nice. We did hit the Great Catcher, which is amazing. We pretty much set up a win condition for next turn. I'm just a little worried about getting end here. I mean, on the off chance we do get end, I guess we should just play Ultra Ball. We'll get rid of the N and the Faba, because, like, they're unplayable at this point. We should probably just thin the deck out. We could Ultra Ball again, which I think we should do. Get rid of Guzma, and probably about it. Because both TinaChomp and Egg will win us the game, too, if we find those. Could also just get rid of the Mimikyu here, but we'll get rid of the Guzma and the Egg, because, again, they're not doing anything at this point. Just trying to thin the deck out, open up our options for us, and we might be able to get our Shaymin off the prizes here, too, which would be pretty big. So we'll knock out the Zoroark GX, take our prizes, check out what we got going on here. There's a Shaymin, that's a huge card, and the other card is going to be a Float, which is also actually huge, because we needed a Float to respond. So they're obviously going to get a DC here. Well, we did not go to Zoroark, so they have one trait. So if they somehow don't find DC, I don't know what to tell you. So they could end Raij's beating me. That would be insanely bad for us. We'll have to just bring in the Giratina or the Exeggcute. Actually, the Exeggcute might be better just to give us that extra propagation. I am scared of an N, not gonna lie. N does kind of scare me. We've played a lot of our resources despite getting back an N, and we still have a few VS Seekers, but... Or despite getting back Shaymin, sorry. An N would be really crippling right now. But they only have one trade to work with, so if that doesn't find them an N, we should be Gucci to get out of this predicament where we could get N to 1. They need a DC to knock me out, so they need quite a bit here. Yeah, they did actually just concede the game. Alright, that is going to be game then against Zoroark. Zoroark, definitely a good matchup, and we get a team-up pack. We could open that up and try to pull ourselves a full art Pikarom. That seems pretty good. Or actually a Jirachi would be even better. Versatile Jirachi, please and thank you. But yeah, the deck is really powerful, and as you can see, did its job against Zoroark there. We would have wanted to get the Mimikyu in play at some point, but weren't able to get there. We got pretty lucky that my opponent didn't end me to 1 there. That could have been pretty bad if they did hit an N and knocked me out. Yeah, that was a pretty bad pack. Alright, well, I'll see you guys in the match. Alright guys, getting into another game here. We're up against Mad Snav here. Alright, we'll see what this guy is playing. It's a fighting deck, probably Buzzrock. Buzzcario, who knows? Who knows? We do go first, though, which is big. Another Exeggcute start. Bruh. All the eggs just want to come into the hand today. Oh my gosh, that is pretty frustrating. Not the end of the world, though. I mean, starting with Exeggcute is obviously not ideal, but it's fine. We can make something work here. I do like this hand, though. I think we'll just go for an N. We do start with the Zygarde. Okay. So let's do this. Let's go for the TinaChomp. Get that big boy into play. I guess we could Roxie this turn. Yeah. Maybe Roxie's the correct play. I don't know. I was thinking about ending him, but I think Roxie's fine. Right? Do we want to do Roxie? Or do we just want to end them? I'm fine with both. I think we just go for the Roxie, though. But then we get a... I mean, I already kind of committed the treasure. The Roxie seems kind of weak, to be honest with you. Maybe I just get, like, Mimikyu instead. Yeah, we'll wait a turn to do Roxie. I don't want a Roxie with 1 Pokemon in play. Maybe, I don't know, maybe I shouldn't Roxie. I don't really know, whatever. Let's go for an N, try to get a Roxie next turn. There we go. That works too. We have a Roxie for next turn. It all works out in the end. In the end, it all works out. Yeah, we'll wait to do Roxie. Like, getting the Mimikyu also means that they do bench something like a Rockruff here. We can drop the Mimikyu on them, prevent them from being able to do Bloodthirsty Eyes. That seems pretty good. Hopefully they knock out my Exeggcute here, too. I don't really want this thing to be in the active spot. Alright, there you go. That's a knockout. They bench an Eevee. Alright, well, I'm glad I saved the Roxie, because we can Roxie Distortion Door and knock this thing out next turn, if we can find a Light Energy. I guess I can heal with Soulstorm. Maybe we should... Oh, an Enhanced Hammer. I knew they had that garbage. I knew that was going to be in their deck. I just knew they played stupid stuff like that. That is pretty annoying. Now I wish I didn't get knocked out, because we would have bought ourselves another turn. Why did you have to enhanced hammer me, bro? I guess we can bring in the Mimikyu and try to... We have a... Yeah, let's bring in the Mimikyu. Okay, there's the Double Dragon. Second there play here, there's going to be a Roxie, and maybe try to get Koko. I don't know. Maybe I shouldn't have brought in the Mimikyu. Maybe I just went for linear attack. Doesn't even look like we're gonna need Mimikyu though, so maybe it really doesn't even matter. I mean, if we can hit a Battle Compressor and find a Koko this turn, that would be great. That would be what I'm looking for here. They are going to heal, though, with Cell Storm next turn, which I don't like. But they cannot get Mimikyu unless they get, like, a Dynasty or something. We can spread quite a bit here, which I like. Just getting the damage on all these 3 Pokemon is really good. And hopefully we can hit Float Stone into a Koko or something. Okay. Is that it? It is not, because we didn't get into Light Energy. Or Battle Compressor. If we got Float, Lightning, or Battle Compressor, we would have been able to pull this off. That's pretty annoying. Alright, you know what, we're just gonna go linear attack, I guess. It's just gonna have to be a linear attack type of scenario. Yeah, it's gonna have to be a linear attack for now, I guess. That's what it's going to have to be, unfortunately. I think we'll still hit the active, though. I think, yeah, I think still hitting the active here is pretty good. Hitting it for 40. I mean, I would like to hit this guy, but it's not really my main concern right now. I'm gonna bench that because my opponent is playing some annoying stuff. I might even just catch her in the Snorlax. That might not even be a bad idea either. This way, my opponent can't even attack me. Buys me some time. Yeah, you know what? Actually, yeah, let's just bring this in. Screw it. Let's just bring in the Snorlax instead. We'll just linear attack the Snorlax. And this way, all he can really do is his first attack, cheer up. This way we don't take as much damage. We don't take any damage. This buys us some time. Seems good to me. We can knock this thing out next turn. And we just gotta hope my opponent doesn't play another stupid enhanced hammer. Because we only have 1 Double Dragon left in the deck. The other one is prized. And considering we're not doing much damage with linear attack, we're not going to be getting a prize anytime soon. So yeah, I think we set this guy to be up. Set this guy up to be. I cannot talk today. Knock this thing out and then go from there. They did have a strong for their guy, so they would have been able to knock out my Mimikyu. They just pass. Alright, nice. So we should get a knockout here. We can hit a light energy. Oh, nope, they concede the game. They're like, nope. And we get 100 coins. Beautiful, 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 beautiful stuff. I need all the coins I can get for the new set. Let's see who we're up against next. Ooh. Reshi Volcanion. This is going to be an interesting game, to say the least. This can be interesting. As long as they don't play Pyroar, we should be okay. Get a Giratina start, and that's fine. This is a pretty solid hand, I would say. Maybe, maybe not. We'll see what they're playing. It's probably going to be the fire. Oh, they do have Pyro, though. Ooh, that's a big yikes. Thankfully, though, we are going first. This gives us a pretty big advantage here. How many Double Dragons do we have to work with here? 3? Okay, we're just gonna do this. Might just hold the hand for next turn. No, we should probably set up. It's kind of unfortunate. Just get Dedenne. Just draw 6 cards. Try and knock out the Lilio next turn. Hopefully. Hopefully we can knock out this Lilio, because it is definitely an issue. So we do a Roxie here. Seems pretty good to me. We do have 2 Great Catchers, so if my opponent doesn't bench that many Pyroars, we can probably just win the game by doing Great Catcher. Maybe. Maybe. Let's get Weezing. We want to get the 10 damage on. Just because we can set this thing up to be linear attacked if worse comes to worse. There's a pretty good chance we might not even get an energy here. So just getting the damage on Lilio might actually be pretty good. Okay, no, we got the energy. We're good. We have a Noibat. Ooh. Could Noivern be better than Giratina Garchomp? Nah, I think the Giratina Garchomp's still better. I think we'll bench the Noibat. What would Noivern do? Not much. Yeah, you know what? Maybe not. But we could use Sonic Volume. That actually could have been pretty good. If, yeah, maybe we should have went for, like, a Sonic Volume. I still think setting up TinaChomp is still the way to go, though. Yeah, we'll bench this just in case we ever want to do a Sonic Volume play. That was a pretty good turn. We can knock out this Litleo next turn, probably. We can get a Fighting Fairy Belt. We have a Chaotic Swan play, so they can't even use Heat Factory, Giant Hearth, or Scorched Earth, which is pretty good. I guess if they bench multiple Lilios here, we'll just try to set up a play with Noivern. Well, I guess, no, yeah, we can use the Noivern against Pyroar. What am I saying? But that play with Noivern does actually sound pretty good. That Sonic Volume play, or Boom Burst play, might actually be pretty lit. But it looks like my opponent, yeah, we have Noivern. We can just use Noivern, just fine. We can just Sonic Volume knock out their Pyroar. But we'll knock out this thing next turn. Or we can knock this out and save this guy for later. Both seem pretty good. We can knock this thing out, just get a Choice Band here. Seems cool. Yeah, we still have Choice Band, so we can just... Well, we need an energy, I guess, too, to knock out this Ho-Oh. It's not given. I guess worst comes to worst, we can just go for a Roxie. We should be okay, though. They just go for a Kiawe here. Probably on their Ho-Oh. Yep. That's fine. We'll just knock this out if we can. Okay, that pretty much saved me a turn that I needed. So, we're gonna propagate. This is why propagation is so overpowered and busted. We're gonna get ourselves a light energy here for our TinaChomp. Where is it? Boom, there it is. We're gonna knock out this Ho-Oh. They can go into a Pyro next turn. That'll set us back a bit, possibly, but what we also could maybe do is we could maybe set up a play where we Field Blower away our own Choice Band and then just bring in the Noivern and Tapu Koko Sonic Volume knock him out. That could be pretty big. So, we do have quite a few options here if we do need them. But yeah, Great Catcher, Exeggcute is an insane combo. Do we want to end them? Probably not. I think we'll hold the hand. Just to set up a play next turn. So I do want to set up a play here where we possibly go for that Noivern play, if they get Pyro. If they don't get Pyro, whoop-de-doo. I'm pretty sure we could use GGN, though. Don't quote me on that, though. I don't know if we can GGN this... I don't know if we can GGN Pyro. That's a rule I do not know about, because I know Pyro can be damaged. What are the odds they even have the Pyro, though, in their hand? If they don't have Pyro here, we're golden. And if they bench another GX Pokemon, we can try to dig for another Roxie Weezing and knock that Pokemon out with Great Catcher, so... Yeah, they concede. Alright, there we go. We get another nice win with the TinaChomp deck. Hunter Butler cooked something up pretty OP. Pretty OP. Let's go do another game with the deck. Alright, we're up against Earspun here, who seems to be playing the same deck as me. Because, well, he has metal in the deck, so I don't really know. I don't really know. I don't think this deck's biggest Achilles heel is, well, one, getting bad starts, but I think the next big Achilles heel might just be decks that can get rid of your energy. I don't really know how you can beat that. You have to play really smart to beat that matchup. Like, a matchup that plays, like, Enhanced Hammers, Flare Guns, Crushing Hammers, pretty hard to deal with. I kind of wish this deck maybe played Special Charge. That would be good, just to deal with those cards. Okay, they are playing Mewtwo. This is fine. This is really fine. Our hand is not the greatest. So we'll get TinaChomp. Though Noibat is also really good to get rid of any of their prisms. I think just going aggro with TinaChomp is going to be the way to go. And I think we're just going to Ultra Ball this entire hand away. Hope that both Shaymin and Dedenne are not prized. There we go. I think this is good. I think attacking with TinaChomp is the way to go. We can potentially get a good enough hand where we can set up a KO next turn. There's the Great Catcher. We're looking for Battle Compressor here. No, we didn't get one. This is a really awkward hand. We have to take the Juniper. That's an awkward hand. If that gave us a Battle Compressor, this would have been perfecto. It's all good, though. We'll see what they're playing. It's most likely a Mewtwo deck, which is fine because we can knock the Mewtwo out. I don't know if we should maybe have went for the Noivern there. Ooh, they get rid of an N. They could end me here. This is a pretty good hand, so I'd be a little upset if they end me. Ooh. Okay. They actually end up attaching a Mystery Energy to their Tina. That's interesting, to say the least. And they do go for a Juniper here. Right? No, a Lily. That's a card I've never seen in Expanded before. Rip the Full Art Lily, though, man. That card, this value. Boop. Trade off all your Full Art Lilies while you still can, because Lily is going to just... It's not going to be very good with this new rule change. Okay, there's an Ultra Ball. They get rid of... Yeah, this is definitely a Mewtwo deck. Kind of an unconventional deck. So we are trying to get that Chaotic Swell in play. It's actually pretty big they did play Blower there, because now we can get Chaotic Swell in play. We need to get Mimikyu into play, too. That's why I didn't really care for the Sonic Volume, because it's like, well, we have Mimikyu. Knocking out the Mewtwo, I think, is probably the better thing we can do. We can go, like, knock out Mewtwo, knock out Tina, knock out Lele or something, and then just chaotic order with our Naganadel, which would seem pretty good to me. So they mentioned that Mewtwo, we can try to knock it out next turn. It does suck we can't really play Roxie here, unless we can draw Battle Compressor, but even then we can get the thing. They actually didn't even bench the Mewtwo, which is pretty smart on their end. That was a pretty good top deck. We're just gonna go Juniper. I guess I could have Lightning and retreated. It's fine, though. This is a pretty good hand. We got the Compressor, finally. Ooh, we did prize an egg. Guess we should get rid of Faba too. It's fine. We're gonna go for Mimikyu. Nah, we'll get Weezing. Just for next turn. It looks like we're gonna save the hand too. It's looking like we're saving the hand here. Well, we're probably gonna do, yeah, we'll go for the Ancients first. We're not gonna be able to do an attack this turn. Not upset about that. We could go for Shaymin and then try to attack, but like we're not really like too. We don't need to attack, in my opinion, this turn. There's nothing really we need to do right now. It's better for them to bench that Mewtwo before we could play aggressive, and there it is. So yeah, like we have a pretty good hand set up here. We can get Shaymin. We can Shaymin, set up, try to get a Roxie and knock this thing out. So we don't really need to play. We don't need to attack. There's nothing really to do. I guess linear attacking the Lele would have been okay, I guess. But once that gets one damage counter on it, we knock it out with Calamitous Slash. So like it doesn't even matter. They're gonna retreat. Okay. I guess they could drop a Noivern on me. That would be pretty bad. And they're gonna end me, it looks like. Or Lily again. No, they're gonna end me. Magearna. I think Magearna means we can't do GG end on the Mewtwo. Yeah, I guess they could drop a Noivern. They could distort me. That would slow me down quite a bit. That would force me to find another Lightning to retreat this Lele. They could also Sonic Volume me. Okay. That's a good hand. We just gotta hope we don't get Noiverned. Okay, they get rid of a Mewtwo. Please no Compressor. The Viridian tells me to play Basic Energy, so now I'm glad I didn't just specifically state Noivern's the best play here. Wait, hold on. Does Magearna prevent? Is it only effective attacks? Prevent all effects of your opponent's attacks. Okay, so wait. Yeah, okay, good. So Magearna doesn't stop Mimikyu. That's good. And they're actually not going to go for Distort. Beautiful. Wait. Oh, they did Mimikyu's GX attack. Ooh. Okay, that makes things awkward. That's their GX attack gone, though, so that is kind of relevant. Maybe we just Jet Pierce and then drop Mimikyu. I think I actually like that. Jet Pierce, drop Mimikyu. The Mimikyu is going to be huge. Could try to get Chaotic Swell. No. That can get us Chaotic Swell. How many blowers have we already played? Do I even want to do that? Yeah, you know what? I think the Chaotic Swell is too important not to get. I don't really care for blower. Yeah, get the Chaotic Swell in play. Juniper. Could also Guzma knock out the Lele, but obviously we want to damage this. So, doesn't matter. See, we get here another compressor. We'll play that. I think we'll keep the Noibat around just in case. I don't really know what to get rid of here, actually. Maybe I shouldn't have... There's nothing really to get rid of left in the deck. I guess an N? I don't know. I had to get rid of something. I feel like N is the oddball out. Alright, let's just get our TinaChomp again. Try to play some items here to prevent my opponent from being able to do much. I could have gone rid of the Noibat, I guess, too, with the compressor, but I think we'll keep the Noibat around. I don't really know what else to do here. I'm just going to attack them, I think. And they can't even damage me with this Mewtwo, so they have to, like, do Acerola or something. And they can't... They have to Field Blower D-Valley, maybe to Miraculous Duo me. That would work for them, too, I guess. But we should be okay here. The Mimikyu is in play, and it just makes it so this Mewtwo cannot do anything. There's a Lysander, bringing in the Mimikyu. Oh, the Hood Mimikyu play. Ooh, and they're going to damage change me if they can find a D-Valley. But that's why we got the Chaotic Swell, so something like this wouldn't happen. I'm kind of scared. Oh, a Shatter Shot. Better let me live. They concede. I was going to say, we're going to go for a possible retreat play there with Light and Energy, and that would have been pretty good. Or I could have Guzma'd, actually. That wouldn't have been bad either, but obviously we want to knock the Mewtwo out. But yeah, that was a pretty big turn for us there. The Chaotic Swell, this is why I like the Chaotic Swell. I mean, you just put that into play and it was like, okay, you can't do D-Valley and you can't just knock me out. But I think I'll wrap today's PTCGO video here, guys, on Hunter's TinaChomp deck here. Very cool deck. It's a very fun deck to play. I feel like if you just avoid matchups where like they can run you out of energy pretty easily, I feel like this deck is just busted. I feel like it also, I mean, this deck might also struggle against stuff like Hoopa and stuff like that, but other than that, Hunter definitely cooked up a pretty spicy rogue for Dallas, and he won the entire tournament with it, which is pretty impressive. So this is a really awesome deck. Definitely give it a try for yourselves if you're bored of Standard right now, you're bored of playing against ADP 24/7. Play some Expanded and play some TinaChomp with Tapu Koko, Roxie, Weezing. Really cool archetype. Shout out to Hunter Butler for doing good with this deck and winning the event with it, and providing a cool rogue to win, because, you know, anything else could have won, right? You could have seen Guardian or Eggrow win, you know, something that's not super rogue, but, you know, it's pretty cool. But yeah, thanks for watching, guys. If you enjoyed, leave a like the video, subscribe down below. How am I reaching 7,000 subs? Make sure to check out our sponsor, Cardcraft and TCG, down below too. Use code LDF at the checkout if you get any of the codes from Cardcraft and TCG. And I'll see you guys on the PTCGO video. Have a good day. Follow me on Twitter down below too, I guess, and bye-bye.